And good evening. Welcome to the Doom City of Granitegard here on the Guardtower Presents.
All right.
This is our weekly fantasy action role-playing adventure. We stream Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, and then we post those episodes on Friday to YouTube there. And for everything that has to do with the Doom City of Granitegard, you can find us at our Linktree address. That is linktr.ee/dcog. Again, it's right there on the screen, but for those of you that might be listening, that is linktr.ee/dcog. And once again, Chelsea is decided to murder one of our microphones. But that's
Those rats.
so.
Oh my!
But it lives, so we're good to go on that.
My rat.
All right. So if you like what we're doing, if you enjoy the show itself, if you're watching us on Twitch, you can give us a follow or like and subscribe on YouTube. It's a tiny little clicks for you, but something big for us. And on our YouTube channel, of course, you can find links to the Guardtower's Twitch as well as our YouTube channel.
Help each other.
You can find our Patreon, and most importantly, you can find our Discord there, where you can talk to the cast and crew and ask them all kinds of intriguing questions there on the Doom City of Granitegard server. And if you're interested in the Guard Tower, you can visit the Guard Tower. They're either their east or west location. East location is right off of 270 and Main Street. The new west location.
East location.
What?
What?
What? West?
It's a eastern
Yes. Hello. The new west location is located up a Hilliard Road and Nike Drive. It has absolutely huge play area for you, all the role-playing games and strategy games that you can jump into. As well as plenty of dice.
65th floor.
65th floor. No, wow.
5514 Nike Drive.
5514 Nike Drive. Yes, and you can find all kinds of strategy games, role-playing games, dice, minis, paints, the whole 9 yards there at the Guard Tower.
Maybe.
If you can't go there in person, you can always visit them at theguardtower.com. Once again, that is theguardtower.com, where you have access to everything that they have that for your purchasing pleasure, as well as access to their various communities, where you can find gamers that have your interests and pop in there and have yourself a fantastic game. Tonight, we have a battle map that is set up using Warlock tiles, which is
What now?
a battle map.
It was a role play enhancer.
We have a role-playing enhancer set up with the Warlock tiles.
Fluency map.
And that's a very easy-to-use system that you can reconfigure to create any sort of map you're looking to do on that. They have quite a variety of different tile pieces, from cityscapes to dungeons to even caverns and such. And if you're interested in that, of course, you can stop by the Guard Tower and check that out yourself. We also, however, have quite a few interesting little pieces that have been added by our friend Chris Fields to enhance the map. And we have minis that are courtesy of Chris Wolfgang over at Glittering Cave Studios, as well as our friend Tony Thefferson. So thank you both for doing that. And I do believe, aside from our friends at Pocket Bard, there's not a whole lot more to talk about. Pocket Bard itself is quite a bit to talk about. Pocket Bard is a real quick and easy to use app that you can put onto your phone. It has a wide variety of music that you can blend all the way from exploration to combat, even to triumph, if your players should survive the combat, which is quite nice. If not, it's got quite a few fun sound effects so you can click for their death. So hey, DMs, there's something for you in there. Is there anything else that I... No, the players themselves, not the characters.
That's actually a different.
CBD. These are ejections.
Why do you think they call it a TPK? Exactly. Oh, yes. And that's what's nice about the Guard Tower. You can find yourself a whole new group of friends once you're done. I do think that kind of wraps up everything I have to say this evening. Rogers, anything that I missed out on that?
Just an apology for the apparent copious amounts of caffeine we consumed before this.
Yes.
And the energy that we're bringing.
And a big thank you to Jesse. Thank you.
I have no idea.
The ones are saying Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse. All right.
Really like.
Well, we're going to go ahead and roll our intro, and we'll see how we get back. We'll hop into tonight's adventure where we can throw some dice. TPK, baby, TPK.
Once the seat of economic and political power in the Northern Territories, the city of Granitegard fell in one catastrophic moment of terror and bloodshed. In the quiet hours of the night, the massive granite mesa that served as the city's namesake exploded violently, the debris reducing entire swaths of the city to ruin. Before the inhabitants could even comprehend what had happened, They were blindsided by an army of monstrosities surging from the sewers and into the city streets. The militia valiantly attempted to protect the fleeing citizens, but their efforts were futile against the overwhelming tide of bloodthirsty creatures. And in the midst of the chaos, the city gates slammed shut, turning Granitegard into a death trap for anyone that remained behind the high, fortified walls that had been meant to protect them. For over a decade, it has stood as silent as a tomb, and shrouded in a perpetual mist. No one has entered, and nothing human has ever come out. That is, until now. 12 years to the day since the fall of Granitegard, the Traitor's Gate has opened. The news has spread like wildfire across the human crescent. And like a siren's call, fortune hunters from far and wide have been drawn by the possibility of untold riches lying just inside the city walls, daring the foolish and the brave to risk it all at a chance of wealth beyond their wildest dreams. It has also stirred the interest of old rivals. With no one from the original bloodline to claim the mantle of leadership of Granitegard, plans are forming in the dark. Powerful forces seek to play their games of state, as the lives of everyone in the north hangs in the balance. And in the midst of this all, 6 strangers have been drawn to Granitegard by something other than riches or power. Their destiny is tied to the events surrounding the fall of the city. Each of them must confront the past in order to find a way forward. Each of them must search for answers in the doomed city of Granitegard.
Whole time.
Welcome back. So, my producer pulled a fast one on me there, but hey, let's go ahead and talk about what happened last week, where we had left off with our heroes. They had returned to the city of Granitegard to fulfill the requirements set before them by the commander of the Antherian forces. Realizing that their only hope to break the Concordance hold over Newtown was with the military backing of the Antherian 11th Expeditionary Force. So our party agreed to supply the legal documents to prove Vaughn's claim to the sovereignty of Granitegard. First of the items on their list was to acquire the Writ of Lineage, which would establish Vaughn's... Try that one more time, doggone it. And we'll pick right back up from there. The first item that they needed to acquire was the Writ of Lineage, which Vaughn would use to establish that his bid for the throne was better than George's and Shira's. However, the writ was hidden somewhere within the courthouse inside the walls of the city. Arriving at the courthouse, our adventurers quickly realized that the building was awash in necromantic corruption. The party was brought before the Triumvirate, which was an abomination of several judges merged together into one huge form, which was now weighing the fates of the party as the prosecutor called his witnesses. And so the prosecutor calls out his next witness. I call Sep to the stand.
Oh, that's right. No. That was a week ago.
I remember
The week. Yeah.
the stand was buoyed. Boo.
And the doors open up, and at this point, Sep steps through. And as you look at Sep, you can see that
What do I say?
she has been reassembled. All the shredded pieces of her particularly vicious fate that she has. But all the seams of her body where it has been put back together, there's this blackish purple energy swelling amongst these seams. As she strolls up to the stand, she looks your direction just with this very menacing glare. And as she's sworn in, she sits down. The prosecutor says, "Could you please, in your words, tell us what is your relation to the party here?" Well, my organization acquired multiple different properties throughout Newtown, and we provided quite a service to the community. We protected them, kept them safe from all kinds of vagabonds and riffraff that would be harming the populace there when we began bumping heads with these brigands. They assaulted our people, they murdered our people, they stole our property, and in the end they murdered me directly.
Objection, Your Honor. Clearly this person is already perjured themselves multiple times. Have you no decency? Do you not swear on oath to tell the truth? We are in a zone of truth still, right?
I believe so.
How come we are in a zone of truth, but they are not?
Oh, Your Honor, I do believe everything I said is true. Sustained. Sip. And as he begins to speak, one of the clerks rushes into the room and begins whispering something to the clerk of courts, who then proceeds to go up to the stand and has an exchange back and forth with the Triumvirate. Well, I see. Very good. And he turns and points his gavel towards Maery. And as he does so, you have been summoned. And at this point in time, at the back of the court door, the doors open wide, and you see the woman in black standing there.
No.
And as she does so, she sticks out her hand like so, and you see that Maery is drawn without any ability to resist, kind of the way Echo is held in place, back through the doors, and the doors close tightly behind them. The two of them are no longer there in the courtroom. Very well. It seems that your friend is needed for something else. Regardless of this, whatever her fate may be, we will continue forward with the proceedings here. Young lady, I do believe you were testifying. Please continue. Yes, Your Honor. We could provide many a reference to the damages that they inflicted upon our people, including, again, straight up just murdering some of our people. I believe one of the men testified earlier to that fact. And the tower in which our people were housed, there were many goods there we have on record that were now taken and plundered by these individuals. They even did horrific things to some of the hired guards from the town that we had. I believe poisoning one of the guards so bad that he nearly soiled himself to death.
Eat that fruit of his own volition.
I do apologize. Just one moment. Ate the fruit. What fruit did you serve this man?
Wickedness. It's a turn of phrase. They ate the fruit of their own volition. They knew the choices that they were making.
And again, what fruit did you feed him?
Metaphorical fruit.
I do believe I'm asking a direct question. You will answer.
What shall I? What must I?
Or you will be held in contempt. You do not wish to.
I don't know exactly what that means. So
This whole court is in contempt. I have a lot of contempt. All of you and everything that's going on here.
and you know it's
What's going
You
on
took
anymore?
one of our friends. We won't stand for them.
The current sovereign of the city told your friend. And as they are the ruling body in the city, they are able to dictate as they wish.
Bodies.
Horribleness.
I will excuse that given your stature.
Thank you.
Is that a short joke?
Gestures to stop. That was an inside thought. No.
I don't have
You are a just is, right?
That is correct.
And well, as your ist, would it be just to comply with some much needed things for the youngest among us? I believe as a growing young one, this she might need something to eat and maybe a nap. Even
Or a lawyer.
excuse them to go procure such things and find some help elsewhere.
It's a strong line of reasoning. The fact that you're even undergoing these trials, these efforts, this line of questioning without the parental guardians present, despicable.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Shame.
I
Shame.
wouldn't. I just thought you'd be nice if they could do that.
So I would assume that since you are escorting this child with you, that you had the permission of their consenting guardian. Is that correct?
I did not.
Oh. So you willingly took this child along with you on a dangerous endeavor.
I did not.
Then Who did take this child?
We asked her mom and she said it was all right.
Very good then. So that means she'll be able to stand with you all as the trial continues.
Great job, Red.
Prosecution, do you have any more questions for the witness? No, Your Honor, not at this time. Your witness defense. The prosecutor comes and sits down in his seat, just kind of smiling over at you all.
I'm trying to see what's going on with Damon.
Blank. Just completely blank.
Does the defense have any questions for the witness?
Damon, you got any questions?
No.
Damon, are you sure?
Very good.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, young lady?
Little Yip Yip would basically stand up on her seat so she could actually, be seen over the table. And look to Sep, clearly a bit wary and like, did you or did you not kidnap me? And they had to come save me and threaten to kill me?
Oh. Well, I did not kidnap you. No.
But was it done under your orders?
Was it done under our orders? Well, the young lady seemed to be in duress, so we brought her into our protection.
That's the way.
Protection if you played someone alive?
Oh, we weren't protecting
let's go to
them.
the elephant in the room here.
I was more into dress for you
Objection.
than them.
The witness is not the one on trial.
Well, she
Sustained.
should be.
That is a matter for a different day. Right now, you are the ones that currently are on trial. Besides which, I do believe the witness has made a deal to testify against you.
This has bearing on our trial because of the events of that day that led to her demise. She flayed a child alive. As far as I'm concerned, what we did to her was a justice. She should have been put down in the street like a rabid dog. What we did was merciful.
I'm Skeptic's ears.
And what authority were you acting on? What were you? Was there some sort of legal force that you were? Were you sworn in as a deputy? Was there?
Carrying out the will of the one God is what we was doing, as well as of every decent person in the city of Newtown.
Objection.
That's my
That
opinion.
seems to be an opinion on that, sir.
We were asked by Newtown to do it.
You were asked by Newtown to do
Yes.
so. The governing body in Newtown.
Yes.
Well, that does bear in your favor on that.
They asked us to kill the way within Newtown, and so we did.
Is this correct? The prosecutor begins shuffling through some papers. Well, Your Honor, it does seem that King George did ask them to do so. So I, very well. Please excuse the witness. As Sep begins to open her mouth, he says, "You may step down now." And Sep steps off of the booth, and as she walks towards the door, she casts an eye at both of you and smiles. See you again.
I whisper to Sep.
I don't even know what's up, Seth.
You up?
I whisper to her. Let me know when you'd like to go out for another drink.
She steps to the door, and the door closes.
That's Damon's mom.
One of those potions, though.
Does the prosecution have any more witnesses to call? Your Honor, at this point in time, we do believe that our case is fairly solid, and we wish to arrest him. Very well. Have it noted. The prosecution has no more witnesses to call. So, defense. It would now be your turn to call witnesses on your behalf. Is there anyone that you wish to summon to the court?
Again, I'll stress, we're going to need a moment. We simply thought we were coming here for a document. It gathers around like we're in a football team.
I turn you to face everyone.
As you do so, you can feel Echo's body relax as the movement feels return to your limbs, Echo.
I still hold this position. Good to have you back.
That's your acting that.
Can we
What
bring
are-
back? I know it just happened, but surely he could help us.
I
Who?
think you're right.
Yeah,
He did know us well.
did, and we were, yeah, and he was aware of what we were doing.
I also think we should try to get First Gallus in here. This is all his doing.
Yes.
With her here,
Oh, probably would.
I can't imagine he feeling comfortable. Shock face.
I have a question. So, I'm like an official knight of Granitegard, right?
Yes?
Yeah.
So, aren't I kind of allowed to do stuff?
You're allowed to perform wedding ceremonies and the like.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought that there'd be more like law. I swore an oath about
You're
it.
recognized as an officiant after Granitegard.
Yeah, but in addition to that, is there anything that would be helpful?
Well, I think he was referring to allowed to mete out justice and the like, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of meeting out justice, are we sure that we shouldn't just start, taking the more direct approach?
I lean back and like, just a moment. We're almost there.
I look at Anna and I'm like,
I mean, they didn't disarm us, but they did freeze me in place.
That's a good point.
We may be at their wit.
They did just forcibly remove Maery, and none of us said anything about that.
I mean, what were we gonna do? I
What?
tried to get out of here.
Objection.
Dumb people.
You don't have to say that now.
That's what I was thinking.
I still think we should call in Sir Gidrick.
Yes. I think it's a great.
I don't disagree. He would help our cause, but I wish he could just rest.
Can I bring up?
15-minute adventure.
We've only seen the dead on trial so far, but if there is
tax man.
and
In the tax man.
if there was a possibility
He's dead inside.
of the living, I mean, it seemed like the only progress we got so far was
Oh my God.
describing the government of Newtown, George.
Mm-hmm.
What is the possibility we get him here?
Well, the prosecution seemed quite concerned whenever that information was brought up. So
Yeah.
That seems like our main play at the moment, unless
Yeah.
we're enacting ghosts in the same way they are.
That's a great idea, actually, because if George comes, the Colossus will probably follow him.
Hold on.
Go through that wall.
library.
It's right here.
give me 1 second. Well, I'm curious if they've already thought that far ahead. And
Force the
Vaughn's gonna essentially squeeze his hand and open it back up, and I want to see where George is.
George, right now, it appears to be in a rather heated discussion with several of the Concordance people. There seem to be some very strained words back and forth apparently going on. You can see it being his neck bulging out, and both sides do not appear to be on the same page over something.
It like squeezes and opens it back up, and you essentially see like blood droplets fill in to make almost like little like puppets and little people as you're seeing the scene actively playing out and what's going on with George.
Are we gonna talk?
At this point, the gavel begins just banging on the desk. And the Triumvirate leans forward.
Pretend to be deaf.
You will not bring anything into my courtroom from the outside.
What about witnesses?
Can you elaborate?
He points over your shoulder. That is not allowed.
That's one of our witnesses.
Well, I mean, can you get rid of it?
That would be
At this point, it has not done anything to violate the ethics in the court. But if you press it, we will strip you.
To do what?
Do it.
Oh God.
You can see the Triumvirate's face
Comment on my answer ready for reactions.
Okay, perfect.
Your time is almost up in your deliberation.
Should we?
We have to be careful because we
Please
don't
make
know
a
they
decision.
could twist it.
Sir.
That's a good.
Here's my thoughts. I know that Sir Gentry trying to rest, but If he's here, he could be great character witness. And we did see these spirits can become corporeal. So in a pinch, he can start swinging his hammer.
Great.
So we bring him to the stand last.
What about Ella's father?
We never met him.
But in the sense that him, along with Mary's father, and they all left notes for us on this journey. They know what we're going through.
I'm not sure.
Hold on. If they twist that, then they could maybe make Anna's father in trouble too.
Yeah. You know, he was a complicated man. He was very complicated. I'm just not sure what authority it seems like they respect King George and kings, but
I'd like to hear from, if we're considering it, I would like to hear from Wyatt.
I think he's the safest bet. We know he hasn't passed on, and he died recently, and he observed all of our actions in Newtown.
He was a noble, right? Don't they make the rules?
usually.
Yeah, better
Meant to enforce the rules that best serve.
I'm gonna let you guys. I don't know.
Tried to get you out of here.
So what's
I really did?
What's the final order?
Wyatt, George, Sarah Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
And then we party.
I may be of this.
Yeah.
Mary would be in danger.
Hence my last comment.
She's with family. There's nothing more dangerous.
That was Malacyndus then.
Yes.
Good to put the name to the face.
Mm-hmm.
What's left of it?
I think it's a mask.
Oh.
Yeah. Good though, right? Like, very lifelike. I mean,
What do you think she looks like under the mask?
Oh, it's not the time.
Kind of imagined her as like
I wanna,
old Mary.
peek up over like the huddled crowd and just kind of smile at the trial.
Wham, wham, wham. The gavel smacks again on the desk there.
Hear ya.
Does the defense have a witness to call, or do we advance to the next stage of the trial?
Yeah, we got a few.
You have a few what?
Witnesses.
You will address the court with respect.
Oh, please. This is respectful for the record.
And then I cast disguise self, and I make myself look like a stuffy nobleman. If it pleases the court, we would like to call our first witness, Wyatt, Lord Arendelle.
Everybody now.
I didn't get a hurl that.
Noise.
Oh, yeah, Sam the Eagle. Sam the Eagle.
I don't think I can make that noise.
The doors to the court open up, the same ones that had stepped through, and Arendelle steps through the door. And at first, he is that frozen block of ice, and he begins walking towards the stand. Slowly but surely, his normal human features return.
This sucks.
And as he walks past you guys, he kind of gives you a wink and smiles at you all. Takes the stand, is sworn in. It is your witness to question.
I don't know what to ask.
Prosecution steps back, and the triumvirate looks at your party.
Tell him just to say a bunch of cool stuff.
I mean, you can do best.
Fine. All right. Great. Yeah. Absolutely. Wyatt, so good to see you.
Very good to see you as well. All right. It's
Yeah.
been a bit of a wild ride, yes?
I know. Yeah. Since this morning, right?
Well, that was awkward, yes.
Let the record show. I'm very sorry. My sister killed you. Leans back.
Well, that explains a lot, I guess. Who's your sister? Objection. What bearing do these questions have on the trial at hand?
It's building onto the continuity of the mythological case.
Young man, this has absolutely nothing to do with that particular form of law. Would you please
Sustained.
begin your
Substance.
Would you please begin your questioning in the proper manner of your witness, or he will be excused from the stand?
Wyatt, thank you so much for coming. We we're hoping that you could help establish our character as Heroes of Newtown. And
You wish me to give a bit of a deposition about your character, correct?
Yes.
That would be the information that you're seeking, yes?
Yes.
Very good. Well, your honor, sir, I do believe that I can certainly attest to the nature of these individuals here before you. While some of them may seem a tad bit rough and not exactly as kosher and civilized around the edges as your lord and used to, I'm sure, in your court, they are certainly well-meaning individuals. As a matter of fact, I have known the gentleman here who calls himself Reverend Goodberries for a great deal of my life. Unfortunately, there was a period of time where he was absent, but since his return, he has made the best effort that he possibly can to be a better man and to do the right thing for those around him. And I've seen quite a bit of a change of heart in him from being a relatively selfish individual to giving of himself to his friends, and for those that even don't give him a benefit in any way, shape, or form, sir. And Dante, as you had called him, Damon, as his friends appear to call him now, came to us a very hurt individual and shielded off, but since then has multiple times demonstrated a great self-sacrifice and even throwing himself into dangerous situations to aid those that are in trouble and knowingly putting himself into harm's way, which is quite the noble thing to do. And speaking of noble, a bit blunt, a bit confused, but our friend Echo, he's an incredibly good man. Everything that I have witnessed that he has done has been to bring about a change for good and to better the people of Newtown. And even the fact that he has put his own personal needs and wants aside for this, their entire endeavor that they've had thus far. He came here for his own purpose, and I don't believe he's found any remedy or satisfaction to that, but he's always been a man that his friends can count on. Young Yip Yip volunteered to take on a very dangerous assignment, one that could put her young life at risk, and has never backed down from the challenge, has been very much a heart to her friends here in this party. And Goblin, as I'm sure you're pretty well aware, they have terrible reputations for being vicious, nasty little creatures that willingly would stab anyone in the back. But
That's me.
Skeech earned the honor of the title of Sir from one of the most esteemed heroes here in Newtown, Sir Gendron himself. Knighted Skeech, and Skeech has made great strides in branching beyond his rather terrible upbringing in childhood, and has become quite a virtuous individual. Although, like I said, he's still a bit of a goblin inside, but you know what? That is part of Skeech's charm of things. And what can I say about Anna? I've known Anna since I was a child, and she's always strove to do the right and truthful thing, the honorable thing. And even when she teased me as a child, it was done as very much as a friend. And there was a point in time where the two of us were confronted by some ruffians, and even though she took quite a beating, she stood in between myself and harm's way. And that has carried through the rest of her life. I have never known a more true, better soul than Anna. Yeah, Your Honor. I do apologize. Parkman and myself have only had a very limited relationship. But he is, yes, you had pointed out a spy. You had mentioned that, Your Honor. But, often in times of doing service for one's country, it calls on you to do things that may go against your moral character and fiber, but it is to do the right thing. And he is a man that stands true to his word. And I do believe that you could count on him to do the honorable thing. And I can't vouch much more to say than Exotaurus has willingly taken him under his wing as a son. And if you know anything about that name, that would speak volumes to his character. And that does bring us to Vaughn. And you may question the choice that he has made by the agent that he has brought into this court here. But no man that I have ever met has suffered as much as he has, and has given as much as he has given to try to reclaim what has been lost to his people. It is truly a burden that he's taken on that none of us can understand. I don't know what else to say about that. I do believe that's what I can provide for these individuals here. Triumvirate sits back and all three heads sweep across the courtroom. Are there any further questions that you have for your witness?
I have but one, if no one else has a question. Wyatt, if you would be so kind, could you please explain your understanding of the inner workings of the Way and the sway they held on the denizens of Newtown, their influence, and the protection that they claim to have offered the denizens thereof?
I could do so. The Way came to Newtown in a very like a creeping shadow, like a sickness that began to infect the town. They replaced the original Thieves Guild, who had a very cordial working relationship with the sovereignty of Newtown, and in a violent manner took it over and forced all of the participants within the Way to either accept the new administration or they would be terminated.
And when you say terminated, can you please be clear what you mean?
Well, there were many bodies that were discovered with individuals that had been burned alive, and not, well, I hate to say it with young ears available here, but in some of the most brutal fashion that you could possibly imagine, done very slowly. Others were skinned, some were boiled, others, well, you know what? Let's just suffice to say that they were terrible ways to die. And as far as the services they offered, the Way did provide protection to many of the businesses and such in town, but there really was no one to be protected against. So it's really difficult to say that that was much of a service they provided, especially when, if they weren't paid appropriately, they would extract quite a painful price on those that refused to pay up.
And again, when you say price, can you please be explicit?
Well, there was some kidnapping and family members that were sold south into the markets or sold north to the concordance and such. Yes. Again, very difficult to discuss in front of younger ears. Now, young lady, you don't have to worry about covering your ears, so you're fine. I won't say anything further past that, but they applied their business principles in the least honorable manner that you could possibly imagine. And when they did not get their way against the Heroes of Newtown here, they sought to get a bloody revenge against them, which meant inflicting pain and hardship onto many innocent civilians within Newtown. So much so that even King George rallied against the wishes of the concordance, his backers, to protect and even back up the Heroes of Newtown to go and extract a vengeance against the Way. That has brought some peace to Newtown in the vacuum there.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
I just have one thing. It's not really a question. Why, brave idiot you? We're gonna make you proud.
I hope so. You should also check in at my house next time you're in Newtown. I do find that you'll find your new residence quite nice. Are there any further questions for the witness?
What's around?
Rest well, friend.
Thank you. Your witness, prosecution. Prosecutor steps up, walks up towards Wyatt, says, "So, you were a spy, correct? Is that my understanding appropriately of your position?" Well, seeing as how the sovereignty left a bit of a vacuum when the city fell, it was the duty of my father to continue the Eyes of the North, which was actually entrusted to Anna's father. But when that vacuum was there, he stepped forward on that, and as such, I was trained to assume his position there. Everything we did was in service to the sovereignty of Newtown to see that it was protected for its people. Oh, the prosecutor. So it was your opinion that you were doing the best service for the people of Granitegard. With what legal documentation do you have that you were entrusted to such authority to act on behalf and spy on the citizens and even the visiting dignitaries from other nations? Wyatt looks a little bit nervous for just a brief second, then gets his composure. Well,
Objection. You already done told us that the witnesses ain't on trial.
Objection to that. Seeing as how you were able to establish with Sep that there was a question to the character of the way, I do believe it's within my prerogative to establish a question as to Wyatt's.
Yeah, but then you yelled at me when I did that.
Triumvirate looks down and he says, "Just as you were able to question the way there, we did not throw that out. As a matter of fact, we dismissed Sep as a witness. He is allowed to question your witness the same."
You only dismissed Sep after I told you that Newtown told us to destroy the way, not after what Reverend said about how she killed a child and other people.
What she did do.
The three heads kind of look towards each other for a moment there.
Should we approach the bar?
Well played. And the court accepts this. Strike that from the record. Speaks to the prosecutor. No further questions. And he goes and sits down. Call your next witness. The triumvirate looks at the prosecutor. Call your next witness. One of the heads is still kind of looking at the prosecutor as he looks towards you all. Not exactly pleased.
It's your uncle.
If it pleases the court, the defense would like to call King George to the stand.
I do apologize, but it is outside of the purview of the court to summon King George. Please summon your next witness.
As in, you are unable to procure King George, or King George is otherwise unavailable?
King George is outside of the purview of this court.
Yeah, you
Point of
said the same
clarification.
thing again.
Point of clarification. Can you please explain what the jurisdiction of this court is?
The court is unable to summon King George.
If you are unable to summon King George outside of your jurisdiction, how can you hold us accountable for actions that take place outside of your jurisdiction?
You may summon another witness, or you may let your case rest. The choice is yours.
I felt it a valid question, and then he turns to the rest.
Move for a stay of trial.
Gendron? Right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, I declare mistrial.
No.
You could not declare a mistrial.
I did. I just said it.
He didn't just say it, he
Mark
declared it.
your words carefully.
I usually don't.
This is how you lose your tongue. Continue, and I will make that happen.
It sounds like maybe living people are off the table. So,
Live and outside of their jurisdiction. Are we okay with moving on?
I'm just bringing ice and hole.
And again, he looks around knowingly. Is there anyone else we want to call before we summon Sir?
Your Honor, may I please be excused? Yes. Lord Wyatt Arundel, you may be excused from the stand. As Wyatt stands up and he sees walking by, he looks over, he goes, and walks out of the courtroom.
Gonna get you back, Wyatt.
They friends.
Ajax?
Ajax. Ajax, is that all right with you?
Sure.
This is great day family reunions, right? Wonderful.
I feel like you're saying yes, but
Body is saying no.
Just do it. Just do it.
I think. Wait. We can call Debbie. This is a great opportunity to determine who is and is not dead. Respective historical stories.
We have a list.
Tell you that.
oh,
It'd be you'd have the answers. You look.
Not looking for anything else, Tarquin. Maybe you could ask for your real father.
I know that.
But if
Call your next witness or forfeit.
Ajax.
no, this isn't easy, but you think they're right. I think you got to.
All right. We call forth Ajax.
Ajax, just a single name.
Ajax Grove.
The court calls Ajax Grove to the stand. Doors open up again, and you see a young man step through. And as he does so, you can see as he's walking up the stand, he pulls back the mask, and there's a striking similarity between himself and Damon. This is obviously, given his stature and such, probably the elder brother of the two. And as he walks by where you all are sitting at your stand there, he tries to look at Damon, but as Damon is looking away, his kind of smile that he had kind of fades a bit. He sits down at the stand and he's sworn in just as the rest of the witnesses. Defense, your witness.
Well, what? Damon, none of us ever met him before.
Just
briefly.
ask him questions. I don't know.
It's just one explosive.
Hey, is true that Seth was a murderous harpy who killed a bunch of people and made y'all and the rest of the way do as much or worse? And I quote,
She was not a harpy. I've never seen a harpy before, but I'm sure her personality is very close to what a harpy might have been.
I'm seeing the family resemblance now, yes.
Flags, I think.
man, a few words like your brother.
They have wings flags.
Nice jacket.
Thanks.
Oh,
Anyway, well, trading with the Way certainly was brutal in many ways. And yes, Sepp was quite the vicious master on that. After Damon disappeared, I was brought into the fold. At that point, I had been rejected actually by my uncle until then. And I don't believe that I was recruited to do anything more than to extract the Way's vengeance on you. And I apologize, I wasn't stronger to see through it. I was hurt. I blamed you for it. I knew it wasn't you. I know what you went through. I know how you were treated. And the training couldn't have been easy on you either. And I understand now why you did what you did. And I love you. And I'm sorry that we crossed blades. I should have been stronger. I was there for you when we were children, and I wasn't there for you when you needed it. And I hope I paid the price that it takes. Not being there when you needed it. They do corrupt you. The power's amazing. It grants you a sense of this freedom, like you can do anything when you touch those shadows. and I let it change my soul. So yes, the answer to your question is the way is brutal, and Sep was a cruel mistress. And even though she was my mother, I hated her with every bit of my fiber. That's all I have.
I'm sorry. What we had to do. You know I ain't lying about that.
Does the defense have any further questions for their witness?
I have a question. Skeech will step down from the table, walk up, approach the bench.
Ajax kind of leans over a bit to look at you.
Hi.
Hey, sorry I tried to stab you.
Happens. I think it runs in the family. And to remind everyone, Skeech is wearing his little nobleman's clothes from the dinner he's changed into. Now, in this court, we try to get some answers straight, right? The prostitution had accused us.
Young man, that is the prosecution.
Right, prosecution. Have in the accusations of the rest of the people for their laying on the bench. They're sitting down, that one standing. Said that we killed you. But I was there and there was some smoke and I couldn't see. Could you clarify what exactly happened?
I was engaged in hand-to-hand combat with Dante, and for once, he didn't drop his elbow, and blades were fast. He gave me a nice wound to remember him by. But that being said, it wasn't the killing blow. The killing blow came from behind, and it was delivered by Sep. And her blade was laced with burning sand. And, well, I guess I got a little hot under the collar after that.
So to clarify, in one of the charges of murder, slaughter of men, I forget which one you called it, that wasn't us.
Are you addressing the triumvirate, or
I'm addressing the prosecution.
The prosecution? Well, looking at my records here, I don't believe you were brought up on that particular charge for this individual.
What murder charges did Tyler just wrote?
Just roll a lot of it one at a time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Skip doing great.
Yeah.
Ajax,
Right. I'm gonna scamper back.
Yes.
with what you've told us about the Way, the majority of our charges being related to crimes against the Way, would you say it was justified in terms of doing what was best for the people of Newtown and Granitegard?
In my opinion,
In your opinion?
I would say that whatever you had to do to stop them, so long as you weren't going out of your way to hurt anybody that was unrelated, I would say you were probably just in that.
And would you say
Objection! He's leading the witness. Denied. Please continue with your questioning.
would you say we were merciful in our treatment of remaining members of the Way once the leader Sep was dealt with?
I can't really make a comment on that. I apologize. I was dead at the time.
Well, we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so
Let the record show being He's over.
It brings up a good point.
You can take that.
We gave them jobs as legitimate business people.
I am going to strike that from the record as it has nothing to do with the witness's testimony.
That makes it sound cool.
it does, doesn't it?
Are there any further questions for your witness, please?
Yes, I I have one follow-up question. Ajax, can you please elaborate and tell us a little bit about the legal grounds that the Way were operating under? Any type of documentation or agreements they had with the denizen and or sovereignty of Newtown in the decisions that they were making?
Or the concordance, really any ruling body.
Well, I was not part of that end of things. I was more of a scalpel, at the sharp end of the spear, I guess one would say on that. But my mother received her marching orders from a woman in black. And that's all I really know about that end of things.
But to clarify, you never once saw any document, physical, binding, with words or any type of obligation or rules.
No, I didn't, but I would really not have been. I wasn't a strong reader, so that really wasn't my area.
Understood. You did not see it. Thank you for that comment.
Would you like that included on the record? Sharon, what looks to you?
Yes, please.
Let the record state the witness did not see any documentation. Any further questions?
Ajax, this woman in black, do you think her intentions for the future of Granitegard or Newtown were for the best for the people? From the knowledge you knew?
I don't really know what her intentions were. But if it's anything based off of how my mother treated people, probably not the best. I would say no in that case.
Did you pass being a blade and go all the way to the very final thing that you could be in the way?
You can see as he takes a very deep breath there that his eyes are wet with tears, and as he begins to talk, they begin rolling down his cheek, and he looks at you and he says, I never passed my test, David. Dante. You were my test. And I'm glad
my God.
I didn't pass. If it's any consolation to you.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I mean it. One day we will travel the world together.
I will still believe it. It just might take a while for you to get there. But I'll wait for you. And keep my jacket nice. Do you hear me? I'll be watching you.
I'm trying.
Patch up the sleeve.
I'm so sorry.
Are there any further questions for this witness?
No. No, Your Honor. We have no more questions.
Very well. Prosecution, your witness. Prosecution stands up again, justice robes. As he walks towards the bench, he looks right at Damon and kind of smiles at you for a second.
Now?
Ajax, so you performed various tasks in service to the Way, correct? I did. And these tasks, from what I see here, included quite a few very nasty deeds, including, wow, my goodness gracious, taking the life of even a child. That is correct. I did.
Objection.
On what grounds?
He even stated that he was under control. That wasn't him.
Let the record state. Witness stated they were under the control of Set and the Way. and we're manipulated. Continue. Well, so you, your final test was to slay your own brother, your flesh and blood. Is that correct? Yeah, I said that earlier. Yes. Well, we prosecution rests. And he goes and sits down. Call your next witness. And again, you see the triumvirate look down at the prosecution. Defense, please call your next witness.
Well, now the defense would like to call our star witness, you might say.
Superstar.
The great and noble Sir Jenner.
The court summons Sir Gendron. And the doors open up, and nobody is standing there.
Uh-oh.
However, who's holding the keystone? Echo begins to feel a vibration. And as he pulls out the keystone, you can see that the one that had lit up originally when begins to eliminate. And actually, a reverse plays back from what you saw when the first keystone piece was lit up. The sparks of light begin to drift one by one, initially out of the keystone, and then a flurry of those tiny little blue dots and lights stream out and land in the witness box and constitute themselves into the shape of Sir Gendron. And the triumvirate looks at you and says, "You may question your witness."
I'm sorry. This isn't the afterlife, is it? Is this how you decide where everyone goes? Like, my liege, King Juan.
So, Gendron, I'm so sorry to have disrupted you from their afterlife. He looks around the court. We have found ourselves in something of a predicament, and we were hoping you could clarify to this court, on behalf of our good character, some of the deeds that you witnessed us doing.
I'm being asked to vouch for the good character of King Von Delanestra, the son of Baron and Maery Delanestra.
The court would like to interject. He is not a king. He would be in lineage to the sovereignty, but that has not been established yet. So please refrain from addressing him as a king.
Well, that's actually why we're here.
Please.
Authorities, Your Honor. King Von, did you waive your sovereign immunity?
It seems these individuals believe that a paper does a king make and not the action thereof. They seem to be confused.
Well, I'm happy to vouch for the good character of these brave heroes. They're the bravest and best people I've ever worked with. But King Von hasn't waived his sovereign immunity, as far as I know. Did you sign something?
No, they've refused to show us any documents.
I see. Well, given that the king is immune to prosecution of any kind, it seems you're holding a king here against his will.
And Sir Gendron, if you would be so kind to remind the court and those who may have forgotten the powers of the sovereignty as it comes to pardons.
Yeah.
Before Sir Gendron testifies, the court would like to remind everyone that the sovereign is not above the law. And when the sovereign violates the will of the people, the sovereign is subject to the laws. And seeing again, as you have not been instated as sovereign, Von Delanestra, currently you do not retain any of those rights or privileges assigned to the sovereign. Please proceed with the process and question your witness appropriately.
authorities are. As far as I'm concerned, you and everyone in this feeling high treason against the rightful king.
It's not.
While the sovereign still lives, no one can inherit the sovereignty.
What?
Please continue.
Sovereign in that defense stand.
Could the court stenographer please read back that last paragraph?
Yeah. Let's roll back the tape. What?
What?
This witness is proving to be most hostile. I suggest you speak with your witness and rein them in.
I haven't seen.
I approach the stand.
Yeah, the time froze.
Keystone has buffered.
A quick sidebar, Your Honor. A quick sidebar.
Is it on airplane?
I cast fire.
I had it on
Speak with
stream.
your witness. I will give you 30 seconds.
Okay, give me a second. Sir Gendron. Hey, it's me. Do you remember when we were playing it cool back at the tower?
Sir Skeech.
See, he said it. You guys keep forgetting, but he said it. We just need to play it cool here in the court for now.
Until you don't want to.
You can hit him.
King Bond, do you need extraction from this illegal kidnapping?
Let's do the rest of the party. You know what, Sir Gendron? I do find myself in less than stellar circumstances, and I do in fact require your assistance. If you are willing to once again
Prosecutor,
lend your arms to Granitegard.
prosecution comes up to the stand. You have surpassed your 30 seconds. Your witness has not answered any questions. Prosecution is taking from this point forward.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Gendron, let's go.
What my hammer is from?
Wow, it's been weeks.
Roll to strike.
Bonk that man.
Kill him, but definitely like stay asleep.
Be like, forever. Gendron, I'm gonna need you to kill him and then take him with you.
He's already dead. You can bonk him real.
Yeah.
Bonk him as much as you want.
Here. If you want to.
Order.
Oh, no, we want.
I don't want that. No friends of mine.
Yes.
So what was your roll to strike there, Sir Gendron?
No hammer.
A 21 ball?
Oh,
Quite
sir, it's hard.
successfully. Of course he is bonked. Roll damage for said bonking.
Dude, I say, indeed, it does bonk.
Were you adding smites to your bonk, or is this just a straightforward bonk?
Bonk number 1 is 15 damage.
Are there additional bonks?
Yeah.
Does the prosecutor go down?
You did 15 points to just one bonk?
Yeah, that was first bonk.
He looks quite dazed currently.
I will do a second bonk.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit for bonk 2?
19 connects for bonk number 2.
Bonk.
You know, this is going for me.
That's what
Wait. I think we would all be okay.
Please remove prosecutor from the map. As you strike the prosecutor, and he kind of staggers for a brief moment, looking up at the triumvirate, very confused. As the second bonk comes down, it kind of flattens the hood that he had, and he drops to the ground, and it is initiative.
All right.
Sir Gendron, it's so good to have you back.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
say objection overruled.
Potential.
We're going to look for 21 to 25. Do I have anybody 21 to 25?
25.
25.
seeing my knightly teacher there it inspired me with vigor. I got a nat 20 on my initiative for
We're gonna go with Skeech on that, followed by
21.
Damon, or should we say Dante? I'm not sure which one.
Damon.
Followed by
Dante.
Vaughn. The Gendron, were you in that range? Nope.
No.
Okay. We're gonna move on down the list. We're gonna go 16 to 20.
What up? It's your boy.
That's not how you roll. You're always like bringing up the rear. What you,
Up and out.
16 still.
you got a 16. All right, 16. Yep. 19. Gendron, are you on that scale?
16.
You're 15. All right. So, yep. What was yours again? 19. Okay, so yep. We have Anna. So that is going to bring us to 11 to 15. Gendron's got a 15.
11.
11.
I hate it.
What you at?
Gendron. We have Echo. Sky. Wait a second. Tarquin, and were you guys like rolling off to the bottom?
I rolled a 5, so I have a 10.
10.
Rolled a 9 to an 8.
19. Oh, wow. So we have Rev
I'm patient.
and then Tarquin. All right.
See the whole board.
That's right. I'm
Just,
like,
It's
bide your time on that. It's good. It's good. All right. So we are going to start off with
yeah.
Sir Squeech.
exactly. Thank you for taking.
Sir Squeech, what is your action?
You got a natural 20.
Nat 20.
You done?
oh okay
Did you know you got a nat 20? Yeah.
Oh yes.
Before, as Gendron went to and did his bonking, I point at the big guy over at the side and I yell, "The big one is mine!"
The judge?
No,
One of the bailiffs.
bailiff.
Ah, one of the bailiffs. Okay.
No, you can take the judge.
I want to jump down off the table and run my full 30 feet forward towards Gendron.
You get an extra 10 because you start within 5 feet.
I don't want to be that close.
Sick.
Move me 35 feet. I like to have options.
All right.
Put me 5 more forward, sure. And I'm gonna look at Vaughn and say, I'm using fire. And first things first, I want to throw 2 bombs at the person who's been writing down all these notes because this cannot get out of this
You're
room.
gonna hit the.
If you smirch our good name in the public record,
Burn
All
the
right.
records.
So you're gonna
So
throw it at the clerk
it's
of
going to
court.
be a 21 and a 19.
you realize this is now another charge against us, destroying government property.
Only if there are witnesses.
They should both strike.
All right.
Oh no.
Then I will be dealing a total of 7.
Yes.
We also have Hero's Feast still.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
24 points of fire damage to them and half as much doubled, so the same amount, in a 15-foot radius to all objects around them.
All objects, including the chest, the table, the book,
And the record.
the records, retention cabinet behind him. All right.
Don't care.
Hey, we can't stop Skeech.
Now that does not include the people standing around, or they.
People standing around have to make me a DC 17 saving throw. And quite a bit.
What are they saving against? Dex, Constitution,
Half damage.
DC 17. All right. Neither one of them saves.
All right, then they will take half damage.
All right. Damage has been inflicted. The one that you struck with the 2 bombs seems most upset by the fact that they were set on fire.
The paper guy still alive?
He's still alive.
All right, I'm going to turn to Reverend and say, "What's mine?"
Right now, he is screeching and trying to put himself out.
He's trying to keep it.
Which one is this?
This would be
Maybe he
a
is.
good thing he wore the brown cloak.
Oh.
So,
Joke.
anything else you have going on there, Skeech?
Nope, just for me. I'm gonna look cute.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw high yield explosives, and then I'm gonna go.
Oh no. So,
Explosives.
Yes.
I like how this has gone from 0 to 100 real quick, and you've just standing there
It
like,
was always at 100. We were just muted.
The Triumvirate.
Oh, airplane mode off. Okay.
I didn't want them to vex.
The Triumvirate is next on the slate.
No.
And he says he commands the light of justice to fill the courtroom. And the courtroom is bathed in bright light. The entire courtroom is basically daylight currently. There are no shadows.
Oh.
It's nothing.
And he looks over at Skeech and says, "You are held in contempt." And roll a DC 21 intelligence save, please.
You had this?
DC what? 19 on the dice for 26.
Area.
Save.
Jin.
And
I was making a smart boy.
that will be the end of his actions at that moment there. Okay, that's going to move us down in line to Damon. Damon, you're up. We're looking at the board. Damon, you are currently... Is that working? No, my laser pointer is not being friendly. There we go. Is right over here.
Okay, I want to go for the big guy that's closest to us.
So the one by the door over there?
10 feet of movement still.
the one that Reverend claimed, I thought.
Well, it's not like a dib situation.
Damon?
I'm gonna stab him. Wonderfully.
18 is the number to meet or beat.
Oh, okay, well, I got a 14 on the die plus 9, so I'm assuming that would beat it.
That would certainly beat it.
And that's cool, I get my sneak attack at that too.
Aren't you going before him in initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why I rolled the... Hang on, actually, give me 1 second. Yeah, he's not surprised, unfortunately. Wow, I wish he was.
You should be shocked.
That's what I'm saying.
You should be anxious.
All right,
The only
okay,
thing
here we go.
surprising about this is they thought they were going to start the fight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know? Yeah. What are they thinking? It's like they don't even know who we are.
They put us in court for solving every problem with violence, and they didn't expect us to resolve the violence.
26.
26 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Maryland?
You inflict 26 points of damage on the bailiff there. And the bailiff grunts in pain. And he disappears.
Oh. Huh?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
As the armor, as basically, it looks like the armor just gives way, and as it's clunking and crashing down, it just falls into dust and ashes.
All right.
Then a trench coat.
Any other actions or anything you have?
Nope, that was my turn.
All right. And next we move down to the bailiffs. So the bailiff that is standing by the door uses his bonus action to move into range with Damon. And he's going to use his 2 attacks to cleave you.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is going to be a 17
Hits.
and a 20. Not a natural.
Hits.
40 points of damage to Damon.
How many?
40.
What? You know what?
40? 40?
And I'm looking a little hurt. The digit.
Basically, I see
Hello.
as he rushes up to you, Damon, he swings the blade and strikes you one side, swings it over and strikes the other side, and leaves these gashes in your armor. On both
It'd be
sides.
so cool if we had our cleric right now.
We've made clerical error.
And
Sorry.
that would be his action there. So the other bailiff is going to use his bonus
I
action,
want to point out.
and he is going to cover the distance over to Skeech. Yep, he is going to close the gap to Skeech.
Human potion side.
He can use his full movement as a bonus action.
Wagon.
Yeah. Oh, it's got
There we go. And he too is going to use both attacks to hit Skeech. That is a 12
Miss.
and a natural 20.
Oh.
Oh,
Now you
should
could.
not have laughed.
Now you could have that natural 20. Or I could ask you.
He takes 30 points of damage each.
30.
30 points of damage.
Oh.
Oh,
And
that's like
as the first swing hits the ground in front of you, you kind of get this cocky look on your face. Then he swings and brings it back around and strikes you and almost knocks the wind out of you.
I go. Oh my limbs.
Let's grab this bailiff here, and he is going to move 60 feet towards Sky.
Get away. Nice.
60 feet towards Sky.
Bold move.
All right. He is going to launch both attacks on Sky,
Okay.
and that is going to be a 19 and a 24.
Both hit. Am I within 5 feet of him?
No, you're not within 5 feet of him as far as I can tell. Sky is in the way between you guys.
She's so big.
So Sky is going to take,
Within 5 feet?
Sky takes
No.
40 points of damage.
40 points of damage.
Yep.
Guys,
This guy's just pulling out numbers.
guys, that's a lot.
All right. He's actually using like a bingo machine back there for the numbers.
I need to step up.
That wraps him up. That's going to move us over to Vaughn.
Slashing.
Vaughn's gonna call out, pointing up to the Triumvirate, and says, "The eyes of justice are blind, yet you seem to have 6." And I'm gonna use a called shot to try to blind 2 of the heads with 2 Eldritch Blast.
Actually, isn't one of the face eyes?
He actually has 4. 2 of the eyes are covered.
Well, I'd like to go for the
Assumedly.
4.
Yeah.
All right. Just as one mouth is covered, one set of ears are covered.
Beautiful. Going for the eyes.
How many noses?
Very still.
He still has 3.
I assume one of them's gonna miss at a 10, while the other one comes in at 21.
21. And 21 is enough to beat the Triumvirate's AC on that.
Beautiful. That'll be 8 points of force damage going into one of the faces specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Cold shot to the eyes.
Called shot to the eyes.
I think you should do the one with its mouth covered so it goes.
Its mouth is covered. Where are you going to put your potato?
It's the one that's not covered.
The most valid of questions.
I have a plan.
And then I'd like to go ahead and use my now 40 feet of movement, thanks to you, and see if I can go ahead and get in flanking position with Damon behind that other bailiff.
All right. Go ahead and move these 40.
And because of my arcane frenzy, I can go ahead and make an attack with my bonus action now at advantage, coming in with my rapier. And that is going to be,
Unfortunately, it looks like you're going to be a couple feet shy
I
there.
don't have 40 feet to get in there.
Unless you jump over the table.
I'd like to jump over the table then.
Acrobatics, please.
Yes. That's going to be an 18 on the die for much, much more.
Let's change the movement. In a flourish of motion, you dukes a hazard across the desk and
I think it's more of like a
land kind of on your knees, but you keep on going as you skid, you slide across the courtroom floor and up into a run as you get up to him. And now you are in combat range.
Full, and because of that, that's going to be a 26 to hit.
26 would hit.
And that's going to be for specifically, that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage because I'm using my rapier.
Okay, the 3 points of fire damage do damage him. Piercing damage does not.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right. There was 3 points of fire damage.
Yes.
So they are weak. They are.
There we go. And any other actions or anything you've got this round? As you stab the bailiff turns and looks at you.
Oh.
I'm not in trial here.
And that moves us down to the Triumvirate again. The Triumvirate screams bailiffs, and the 2 bailiffs are now replaced by 2 more bailiffs that come through that door. Right over there.
Get rid of him now.
Beautiful. So right over there, we have 2 bailiffs that appear.
And the book man.
And the other one as well. And it moves down to Yip Yip.
I have a new fancy little spell.
Perfect.
How many feet is the Triumvirate away?
About
120. So 30 feet.
So I'm going to move 30-ish, 40 feet forward. Avoiding the bailiff to the best of my ability, because, youch.
Okay.
Am I now within 90 feet? Immolation.
Ooh.
On the Triumvirate.
And what is the
Dex save.
spell's level?
It is. Ooh.
What? Why? What do you mean? What do you mean?
5th level. So I have to roll a 15 or higher. 19. Overruled. Spell slot is burned.
That's stupid. I love it.
Huh?
Which mouth was saying that?
One of them.
So only one of them.
Only one of them was saying that.
They have a potato.
What is that? Shield?
Interesting.
I counterspell your counterspell.
Motion denied.
You imagine.
Yeah.
And it does not count the potato. Yes, sir. So, burn the spell slot.
Yeah. Well, there goes my flip.
So, are there any other actions? Anything you got this round? Yip.
No. No.
All right. That moves us down to the clerk of courts, who is on fire right now and can't do anything this particular round and finishes burning to death. All right. That moves us down to Anna.
did it.
Let's go ahead and move on over there.
Sad.
Yes, Anna.
Great. I'm gonna book it. Help. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna book it over to the
I'm right here, David.
dying. I'm gonna book it over to Damon and Vaughn.
Yeah, but I would have to cast it.
Even if I get like an extra 5 games. Okay. Am I
But
within
doesn't he
10
have
feet
to
of them?
count?
You are within 10 feet of both Damon and Vaughn.
Okay.
I can't.
Yep.
Great.
You can right
Okay.
here.
So then, with my
Well, I know that for next hour.
Wait.
then for my I'm gonna for my bonus action, I'm going to cast armor the one gun. Yeah. And then can I hold my action for if a bailiff passes within my range?
Absolutely, you can.
To it.
We got the trigger for that. If they move past you, they will be subject to that.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and remove the guy in the cloak. He doesn't qualify as a bailiff, so he's only able to bring in one new bailiff. Unfortunate. But all right, we got more of that. Right. So so that's terrible. The prosecutor's already dead too. So that can move us down to Gendron. Gendron, what are you doing right now?
Well,
Alright, I'm going to shout out, take cover if you can, defensive formation. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to bless my weapon. And then I'm going to use my flies to get right up next to the judge.
Unfortunately for you,
No.
as you would have to climb up that to do so, and
Isn't it a fly?
fly. Oh, you're gonna fly up there? As you try to fly up, it's amazing that the walls seem to grow and grow, but it feels like you can't fly up to it.
shenanigans.
And as you land back down on the ground there, it never really seemed to have risen in height as you land back on the ground.
I'm going to I'm going to use what remains of my reaction to shout, trap the judge in the keystone instead of me.
We have to
And-
kill him to do that.
Assuming I use like maybe 10 or 20 feet of my fly speed, I'm going to try and get to the closest enemy and fuck.
Yes.
Does he get up to that guy? You're within 10 feet. Do you have reach?
No, I just got a regular old hammer. I don't think it's got reach. But I have 40 feet of fly speed though.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Let's catch the distance.
This changes everything.
It happens. It's all right. That's part of the fun of playing the game, right? All right, Gendron, you are within striking distance there.
I think you need to leave.
All right. I got
Fast bonk. All right, you doing one bonk, two bonks?
20.
Natural 20?
No,
Dirty 20, okay. That would certainly strike the poor man.
All right. And the second roll is a 24.
Both of those would connect.
All right. I'll roll all the damage together. I got my blessed weapon going. So we roll. Oh yeah. That is a total of 40 damage.
As you strike this guy in the head,
By 2 long.
his neck makes this cracking, crunching sound and is driven into his body cavity. And his knees give out and he collapses next to you on the ground.
Think the hard part.
Any other actions you have, Sir Gendrick?
Game, it's got the little.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my turn.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
You know,
And like, I'm pointing at there's
You're so cool.
All right.
I just got slammed in the side of me.
Moves us to the Triumvirate's final action for the round. Points 3 of its hands out. It's going to point to Vaughn. It's going to point to Skeech, and it's going to point to the Reverend.
Seems
You have been judged. All of you need to make a DC 21 saving. Intelligence.
No, you
get a
counter spell.
It's not a spell.
Oh, dang it.
Is this the fear
Well
effect?
played.
I-
What's that?
The fear effect?
It is not a fear effect.
Okay.
What's the DC?
21.
DC 21.
I got a 20. So I guess I'll have to use this
Intelligence you get? I'm
from
not afraid.
from Bond's bond to make that a 23.
That's an eye.
Oh, dearie me.
All right.
27.
27.
With Vaughn's pact die, that's a 23.
Okay, you guys save. You guys save.
Diplomatic immunity.
That's right.
And Reverend,
Yeah.
until further notice, you are at a disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
Oh, that is not good.
I would like to point out that with my aura of protection, anyone within 10 feet of me does have a +5 to any saving.
Do those stack?
Unfortunately, the Reverend is not within that distance.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
That's okay. Just to help you clarify, Reverend's over here, and now you're over here on that side. Reference on it. Then once again, so Gendron's over here.
That's why there's deep.
We've got Tarquin, Echo, Sky, Reverend's over here. Skeech, we have a trifecta of friendship here, Damon, Vaughn, and Anna.
Huh?
And then we have Yip Yip
It
over
would
here.
have been higher than 27 if I used that.
All right. Any other actions or anything you've got? Oh, that's Trevor. No, he's done. Sorry. We move over to Echo and Sky.
Okay. Sky is going to bite that guy twice, so he needs to make a strength save.
Jump.
What's our number to me to be? Failed both.
Failed both. This is gonna hurt bad for him. Okay, so I think those are both gonna hit, but I'll roll for crits. That was a 17 and 2 19s, so yeah, we're gonna be hitting. Okay, so this is going to be plus 10, 31 on the first and 25 on the second on that guy.
Sky crunches in and knocks him to the ground, and she begins to shake him back and forth. The armor just comes apart and turns into a strange ash once again.
Then Echo. So remind me, did the judge, his platform was rising as Gendron was trying to get there?
All you know is that Gentry tried to fly up and for whatever reason just landed back down. You didn't see what happened.
Well, I'm faster than him. So Echo is going to, you just see this heat start to emanate out of him, mostly under his feet. And he looks to you, who's also speed boosting. He's like, give me a push. Give me a push.
All right. Much like the Hulk in the Avengers.
And he is just going to slingshot using Compestus Stride, which will give him plus 20 to his movement. So he will be at 65 movement. 75. Yeah. And I am going to run straight for the guy. And Blake, if I can run within 5 feet of anybody, they will take 1d6 fire damage. Any enemies. So I'm just setting everything in a blaze of fire as I go.
A straight line.
My question becomes, does that also affect your teammates or just enemies?
Just enemies.
Just enemies, okay.
Then
It would be a straight line.
go
then.
blazes by. Go.
It has to be a straight line or?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm Sonic, basically.
This is scenic.
And I'll go ahead and dash.
Echo
Um,
Hedgehog.
So that'll give me another 75 feet to see if I can climb up to her. I mean, to it.
As he begins climbing up the wall, Echo, you experience the same strange effect. that Ginger and I've experienced it. You keep climbing, you know you've gone 75 feet up. It's not 75 feet tall, but it just keeps getting taller and taller. But the moment you step back off the wall, it's the same height.
Okay. Huh. Sky is going to run to help the nearest ally and stand next to
Now,
me.
the one that is next to Skeech is the nearest ally that looks to be in trouble directly. The damage that thing would have taken, is there a saving throw or it just takes the 1d6?
Just takes a 1d6.
Right, so let's roll the 1d6.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Oh, wow, nice.
It doesn't seem to flex or react to the fire that's burning it, but damage is being done.
Okay. That is Kimu Sky to Skeech and flanking, preferably with her 50 movement. And that's my turn.
All right. That is going to move us down to the Reverend. Reverend, what are you doing?
So I yell at the Triumvirate. I hold this court in contempt. I got a lot of contempt for all of you. When I pop
Like
out,
all of us?
pop out. Well, not them. I pop out this music box and I start turning the lever on the music box, and everyone is going to get +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh my gosh, man.
And then I pull out a little piece of felt and it expands into the giant blanket and I throw it right in front of Steve onto the bailiff.
Don't worry, you're in.
So that's phantasmal killer.
Hero's Feast.
We'll have to roll wisdom save.
Help with your.
Soup.
Would a 6 be enough?
So that boy is now trapped in a nightmare. So what the bailiff is experiencing is now he is on trial. We're all staying.
My question
And it's
is this
733 pages.
considered frightened or charmed?
Who's asking?
It's frightened.
He is immune to it. The blanket lands atop him and just kind of fades away.
I want to hear the rest.
I argue that it is.
Well, we were gonna be heckling him from the stands,
Yeah.
All right.
but we won't be.
We can do that in real life. It's okay.
So I see that nothing happens to him, and I go, "That's the first time that's ever happened."
You don't have to be embarrassed.
You warned me before you throw.
It has effect on. All right. We move over any other actions, reactions?
I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move up a little bit so that I'll be like around the other side of that table to just kind of get myself into position to. I don't want to be in range of the bailiff there, but I want to towards. Yep.
So you're looking to move. Oh, you're moving over this way? Oh, is that not working? Man, it was working so well in pre-production.
Don't want to be behind the table there.
Classic.
Fantastic. All right. Any other actions, reactions? All right. That takes care of that. We're going to move over to Tarquin.
All right.
Bring in.
There we go. Bring up the rear. All right. Tarquin's gonna stand his full height. He's gonna go left and vault over the divide next to Sky if possible.
All right.
40 feet, just as far as I can go in range of.
That would put him in opportunity attack.
Sure.
And that's 30 feet.
That's 30. Can I?
Don't you have a +10?
I do have 40 feet of movement. Can I vault over that divide?
Absolutely.
Excellent. With the grace of a track star, I just over, and then
What happened?
All right.
No dot.
Swing and a miss. All right. And what are you doing, Tarquin?
I'm just gonna stand behind. I'm going to
Athletics, by the way? That's right. Either athletics or acrobatics.
athletics all the way.
You could through it if you wanted to.
1 billion. 17.
17. You don't jump over the railing. You knock the railing over. Your shield comes down and you just smash into it, just knock the whole railing over.
Nice.
And The Triumvirate's like, my courtroom! As you race around behind the
corner of fire.
the bailiff there.
It's funded by the taxes of Granitegard.
Look at Dame. I took a look at Skeech, and I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. So just get that up.
What's the range?
It's just as a bonus action within 30 feet, I can choose to heal someone. But
Nice. Okay, both?
I'm just gonna get the aura up, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to slam my spear on the ground and activate the magic words. I will speak. I'll say, "Ignite," and then the head of my spear is just going to erupt in flames.
Oh.
And I just stand there, spear down, at the ready. So,
Just raise fire.
And that would bring us up to the top of the round. Skeech, beginning of round 2. What are you doing?
I am going to skirt on top of the broken railing that Sir Tarquin here has so graciously reduced. And seeing the difficulty that Echo had not scaling something immediately, which is very out of character, and with the Triumphant wanting the courtroom to be so bright, I'm going to say, Damon, you need to get up there. And I'm going to throw a smoke bomb onto the top of it and on top of Damon.
All right.
Shadows in both spots.
So good.
Motion denied.
No.
What?
What?
Those are physical motions,
Mhm.
and I'm doing them anyway.
Wait.
Skeech, you still have both the bombs in your hand.
No, I saw them. I saw them. Order.
Then I do it again.
No, was that a spell?
No,
It wasn't a
it's
spell.
not a spell. It's an ability.
Guys,
I don't like this.
this might, yeah.
Do I still have an action bonus action, or did it just eat my turn?
It ate your action by denying that. Is there...
The second smoke bomb is a bonus action.
Okay, then that one could be hucked, and that was the one towards David.
That was the one towards Damon.
And so Damon,
And everyone in that area.
we're in that area covered in the darkness.
Yep, it is obscuring smoke.
Oh, all right. So basically, it's just a bunch of people hanging out, partying in the smoky room.
It's a rave. It's okay.
All right. Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
Nope, that was it. It's a 10-foot radius.
All right. So basically, centered on Damon searching out, that would take care of everybody around him is covered in smoke there. All right. We switch to the Triumvirate, who looks over at Echo and says, "Out of my courtroom." And Echo disappears from the courtroom.
I don't make eye contact with him, so I'm safe. I can't be
Place him in the prison cell over there, please.
Nope. Yes. Nope.
All right.
do we?
Wait, was that a was
Okay. Do we?
Echo, you find yourself in a prison cell.
Wait, is this a straight to
And it
jail
had-
moment?
It had elevator. Yeah.
There's a door. There's a door on it. So when we get over to your action, you can make your choices at that point.
Wait. When he does it, can I go motion denied?
And you're by yourself in the jail cell.
It's worth a try.
Next we move down to Damon in the dark.
Can't say I didn't try.
Question for you. I see there are funky little desks all over the place here. Would you say those desks, even though there's sunlight, would you say those desks are casting any form of shadow, specifically the one that's right next to Mr. Judgement?
Yeah.
The one up here?
Yeah, there's a nice little, lip there. There's shadows.
You even see it on the battle map right now, you know?
I like this visual aid.
I will give that to you.
I would like.
There you go.
I would like to call forward a surprise witness. Damon.
Damon, out of the shadow, you pop. Please move Damon up there.
Vaughn talking in the shadows. It feels so nice to be.
Driver tips and looks down at you and says, "How did you get up here?"
Your bailiff hit me, and you just heard my brother say to keep the jacket clean.
Illegal.
Illegal. Motion denied. I want to use Fangs of Death.
Oh my.
I wonder how much HP this guy has.
Not enough. More than 4.
Duh.
Allegedly.
19.
Is that with the reference plus?
19 would beat the AC.
Yeah.
These are not. Is this piercing?
Yes, but I have a question. Is this an undead creature?
Oh, that's right. Wrong guy. Sorry, never mind. Piercing works.
I got real worried there for a second.
Oh wait, I don't use piercing.
Who's the right guy? Let's talk.
The bailiff's piercing doesn't.
Yeah, when did the stabby stab with the rapier.
Yeah.
That was a lot of dice.
One of these encounters where I can't do anything to any of these people.
You told me, you know, Bob.
Give me 1 second.
I will bid it.
I can't count.
And then I said, just a little Bob.
Is this creature undead?
I need my night.
This creature is undead.
Sweet.
Oh.
It's about to be just dead.
Oh.
He's still counting.
Yes.
He's still counting.
21 for the first. For the first dagger. And then hang on, I'm changing my d6 because I can't read the /2 words.
I legible dice and they're
Actually, I would need to borrow just
Don't
one.
borrow those when they have goblins and areas. They're confusing. Don't worry about it, man.
That's 17.
No way. That's 19. Oh,
17.
it's like 2 19s on the calendar. Like that. Yeah.
No offense.
8?
Oh, that's definitely Donald.
For the second.
21 and 26. Wow. Okie dokie.
No
That's
offense. Hey,
okay. Damon, both your blades sink in. They slip past the robes and stab into the flesh behind it. And the heads on their long necks pivot to look down at you. Just a grimace of pain washes over its face. And contempt in its eyes for just hatred staring at you. And that's its reaction. Anything else? Well, not reaction, but obviously it's how it reacted to the attack. Anything else that you have got this round?
I'm gonna stay right there.
All right. That is going to move us down the line to a bailiff. Actually, the bailiffs. So,
Come on, just walk by me, guys.
all right.
Come be my friend.
So, in this cloud that you, Speech, in this cloud that you have, this obscuring cloud,
yes.
is dark vision, anything else like that, able to penetrate it?
So it's not darkness. It is like a thick cloud of smoke. So any vision
Heavily obscured.
Okay.
would be obscured.
Any vision
That's
obscured. So basically, it makes an
No,
attack with
it's-
disadvantage. So,
Yeah, it's not an illusion or
Oh,
that's an 18.
I forgot
Oh,
to
these were-
add the damage to my attack because there's something funky I got with level 9 that I forgot about called shadow damage.
Boy, howdy.
My bad.
All right. So I have 17 and an 18 to strike Vaughn
With disadvantage.
This.
with disadvantage.
They'll both hit.
All
And I
right.
can't see them, so I can't stop them.
Vaughn's going to take 40 points of damage himself as well.
Oh no.
As the first one goes swinging and strikes. All right. The second one is within range of Vaughn. We'll choose the 16, so that brings it to a 25. And a 2 brings that to an 11. So the 25 would hit. You're going to take 20 more points of damage.
Beautiful. Now I'm angry and I've never used this before, so I kind of just want to. I don't have to see them for this damage to go off, but after taking that amount of damage, you would see as he starts to like look bloody, although nobody could see it in there, I'm going to go ahead and activate my necrotic wrath. And essentially kind of like
What?
lets out a little bit of not so much like a blood curdling yell, but like, where is this coming from? As he like squeezes both of his hands together, and I need them to make a dex saving throw for who just attacked me.
Both of them did. So they both get to make the deck.
The most recent one who just
Okay.
attacked me.
Roger that.
DC is 16.
DC 16. Ew.
Oh no. So we love that. We love. I just think.
Red.
No.
Oh.
Blake, how could you do this?
whose side are you on?
He comes in as 21 points of fire damage.
21 points of fire damage.
The
Vaughn,
just lights up.
as you do so, you hear this voice slither in your ear,
Just sitting there.
and it says,
Oh wow, it was so furnished, but let me out.
"No."
I'll make it worth your while. No.
And in doing so, it doubles the damage, and it incinerates the one in front of you.
Did not give consent. Thank you.
And it says, "That's just a taste. Let me out."
Thanks, bro.
And we'll see what happens when we come back from break.
No.
This battle. We'll see you here in just a few minutes.
All right.
All right, let's pick up from where we left off there. You just heard the voice inside your head offer you more power as it amplified the damage that was done to that bailiff, completely incinerating them.
Be helpful, but not the time nor the place. Please get out of my head.
Oh, diamonds and sticks.
Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions, anything?
Oh, that wasn't my turn. That was their turn.
That was their turn? Well, that's right.
There's no.
Yeah.
Right, so that was the bailiff done there. And that's actually going to actually move us to Vaughn's turn.
Beautiful. I am useless in the cloud of smoke, and so I'm going to do my best to like step backwards with my bearing to get out of this so I can see what is happening and see who else is around and who still are about me.
I believe by backpedaling 10 feet. Yes, if it was for Damon. No, 5 feet. That would have pulled him. No.
No, like run into Anna.
So
At the
5.
edge of the smoke.
Yeah.
Catch me.
And so you'd be one more back. Yeah. So by backpedaling 10 feet puts you out of cloud.
I would whisper over to Anna in hushed tones. Have you seen Damon by chance?
No, I thought he was in there.
So did I.
Damon,
attack.
actually, Anna, you're in there still. You're like,
But I was still like 10 feet away from them.
You were just in the edge of the spot.
yeah.
At the end. All right, then I say, what?
Never mind. I take back my 6 seconds. I am going to look around and see what is actively taking place. And essentially, I only witnessed the attempted flying and did I see the climbing or was I in the smoke at that time?
You would see that.
Okay.
You would have seen that.
I saw those things happen where 2 of my party members attempted to get up there. So I'd like to do like an Arcana check. I'd like to do an investigation. I want to see what is stopping us and preventing us, if I can dispel it or do something to prevent that so we have easier access.
All right. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check on that.
Each was ski-chain earlier. It's on in now.
It's going to be a 23.
23. All around the lip of the platform he sits on
Yeah.
are
I got one.
etched into the granite are these strange archaic runes, and they don't appear to be doing anything more than just have been etched on the top along there. It looked like part of the scenery prior to. Now that you're looking, you're like, wait a second, those aren't just leaves and vines and things along those lines. You see the runes in there.
Beautiful. I know not everyone can like see them automatically, but Vaughn is going to essentially like point up and say, runes, carvings below the ledge of this. If we can disrupt this, it might prevent us from being shunted back down. Yes, Sky, pay attention. I'm communicating. Echo can still know this knowledge later. And because I bumped into Anna as I was coming out and then heard her voice respond, I'm going to put my hand in so she can feel where I'm at as well.
God.
Do not swing this way.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my turn.
All right.
I'm so disoriented.
That's to move us over to the Triumvirate. Damon.
No, we will
The
not.
Triumvirate says, bailiff, restrain that man. Put a bailiff behind Damon, please.
Oh, no.
And he is going to attempt to...
What if I?
What? What if-
Nothing. Go ahead.
What
go
if
ahead.
I...
What if I? Am I able to use uncanny dodge on this one?
It is going to be an attempt grapple.
Oh no.
You can use your acrobatics.
All right. Yeah.
Can you beat a natural 20?
Yeah.
Just a natural 20. It's going to succeed unless he rolls
Straight number.
20.
Yeah, it's a 1.
That number is lower.
We're supposed to do the opposite of that.
It's popping.
1 in red too.
All right. David, both blades are still stuck in the Triumvirate as these heavy, meaty, armored mitts slide up around through your armpits here.
Disgusting.
And brace up behind your neck in this wonderful just armbar. And he picked not armbar. Golly,
It's a
full
full.
Nelson, thank you.
Who's the no?
So many descriptions in my brain. I couldn't pull out the right one. This full Nelson, he just yoinks you back, and you are at this point completely restrained by the bailiff.
But no.
And that is the action the Triumvirate has. And it's going to move on to Yip Yip.
Evening. Maybe 7 of my sorcery. Okay.
Nice.
Immolation.
You judge.
I meant it the first time.
As a reaction, overrule.
I with counterspell.
With counterspell.
Double sand.
Who's got her?
Not in my courtroom.
And a potato in that mouth.
Overruled. I get 3 reactions.
Oh, valid. We've asked those
he-
questions and learned that information.
All right.
Burnt too. So
Presumably,
Well,
No.
never restrictions.
right.
As stated before, it is actually not a spell. It's an ability. So the overruled burns the spell slot.
Oh, right.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried because I figured since I rolled it was counter spell.
So,
Yeah.
All right. Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
it's free.
No,
All right.
that's all I can do.
That is going to bring us down to Anna at this point.
Just standing
my
there
God.
like,
Got you.
Okay, great. You said something about carvings, Vaughn?
What was that?
You said something about carvings, Vaughn?
Well, here, and I start pulling you this direction. I know I
Okay.
can't, but
Okay, yep. I back up and then allow Vaughn to point me towards the carving.
grabs back of head,
Yeah.
looks up, points up.
Great. And then I'm
Those.
gonna run and go hit some carvings. Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
chalk that up to
Yeah.
our bill for
Yeah,
construction.
exactly.
Pretty.
Yeah, I did that.
Seriously? Bomber. What if I go over the table? Would that give me within reach?
I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm in prison.
To be fair, I think we established that you belong there.
Athletics or acrobatics? Something.
Great. Oh yeah. Athletics, please.
Juggernaut.
Guy, please.
No!
he's the recipient of the
No.
The world's worst splinter.
Yeah.
It's not red.
It's not red. All right. As you bump into the table, it's going to burn an additional 5.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, that hurts so much more
Maybe-
than it should.
Maybe you broke your toe when you hit the
Yeah.
table.
And we
All right. Any other actions, bonus actions, reactions?
Then I guess
Here's the.
I'm gonna with my with my action, I'm going to also activate my divine favor
All right.
on my weapon. Yep. So it starts glowing.
And that holy outline that we talked about before as light bathes it, it's glowing on the hammer now. We move over to Gendron. Gendron, what are you doing?
I'm the
you two are wielding the same.
At the very least, I got rid of his reactions.
In the plot, what's going on with the road?
Von, how loud did you announce that to the room? Did you not?
Loudly and proudly.
So you would have been aware of that. So yes, where you are right now, looking up, you can see the runes above you.
Of course they are.
I'm going to strike these cowards rude.
Yeah.
All right.
Get him
So
certain.
you wing out the hammer there, and are you going to be using any smites, anything along those lines?
I still have my blessed weapon activated. My stat block is doesn't include any smites, but it does have the so I think my first hit is a
16. All right. Your hammer slams the granite. The granite can't dodge.
That for granted.
It's not so guarded.
But I was not praying in Granitegard.
But it is you.
And how much total damage?
well, I'm gonna swing again just in case I hit it.
All right.
Okay, my second swing is a 17.
The wall continues to not dodge.
Throw a loophole, hit and dodge.
So let's go ahead and total our damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be 39 to the back.
That is
39.
an expression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a flickering in the courtroom.
I'm going to look up at the judge at the Triumvirate, and then I'm going to say in dark speak.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a flickering in the courtroom and the light of justice fades.
Oh, perfect.
Wait a minute.
Pretty sure it said the light. Just us.
And you seem to have damaged one of the rune sets.
Soon.
Wait.
Any other actions, reactions?
No, that's it.
All right. It is the Triumvirate's turn.
Was enough, Sir Gendron.
The Triumvirate screams out order in the courtroom. And at this particular point in time, all the bailiffs we have out there still. Oh, goody, just one. No, we have two, as a matter of fact. Good. Just three. Oh, that one is tied up with Damon right now. So what's going to happen is each of them gain bonus hit points that are temporary. And they get to move their full movement without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Wait a minute.
And we're going to take the bailiff there and rush him at Yip Yip. Yep.
Oh,
He's going to close the gate right there. The other bailiff is going to move its full movement and is going to.
President just taunts you.
Let's
Give me my dinner.
60 feet.
Oh.
wait, what now?
Close the gap. Can it close the gap to Yip Yip with that?
Oh.
Hey.
Wait.
It seems targeted.
Yeah.
Maybe because Yip Yip did try to cast multiple spells at the big guy.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
55, 60. 60 places him right there. That guy. Yep. Right there.
Oh, we this though.
I thought we did the math on that.
Yeah.
All right. And
Jim is cheating.
that is his. Okay, gonna move us over to Echo and Sky.
Okay, well, Guy is going to move over to the closest lad.
All right.
Ruin their day.
18 is the number to meet or beat.
I'm
14.
18 is the number to meet or beat. Okay.
I'm on the tougher side, but hell.
Oh, are you flanking?
It's a good answer.
I mean, I'm being surrounded by them right now.
So
one
DC
side.
13 strength save to knock prone. She is going to bite them.
17.
17, that saves, so these will not be that good. Okay, so one will definitely miss, and the other one's a natural 19. So,
+1.
yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the highest on the other one would have been a 13. Okay, and these. 19 piercing damage.
It's immune to piercing damage.
Okay.
But this is wolf. It's not based.
Well,
That's okay.
it had knocked him down. The shaking damage would have torn it apart. As Sky bites it doesn't really seem to have any effect when it punctures the armor. Okay. All right. Any other actions?
Yeah, Echo is in the jail cell.
So yeah, Echo, you are currently in the jail cell there. So
Yeah.
it will take you. It'll take you a round to Jimmy the door to get yourself out.
Argument here. I am currently lighting everything I touch on fire because I'm very fast. Is this door made out of wood as it appears in the map?
Unfortunately, we don't have a tabletop piece that resembles jail bars for that. It is actually a
Well,
set of bars.
what I'm going to do
gate.
is I'm going to dash using movement, setting this metal on fire to the point where it will melt enough that I can push through.
All right. As you continue to ram yourself over and over.
It's really flash stuff here.
I'm running on the walls because I can climb. I'm just running in circles on the walls around the gate, trying to get it to melt.
All right. And at the end of the turn, Echo is out of the room.
Between the bumper.
In the hallway.
For Mr. Freeze, this will dude.
Yeah. Okay, so I've used all of my movement.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here then. And yet here's a free man now. Okay. With my third arm, I will remove the keystone from my pocket and have it ready. And
What?
I don't think I can do much else. So,
It's just waiting.
yep.
Wait for speech to give the orders.
So I will end my turn there.
All right.
Pokeball that judge.
Reverend.
It's not copyright.
I wave my hands. First, I crack open a potion.
Cold potion.
Yeah.
And then you start hearing some like screaming guitar solo. I look and I run up to and this inspiring music.
Matter of
It inspires music. Guitar playing is free. And then I run up to him. I touch him on the shoulders. And I say, "It's time to go to the danger zone." And then I cast Dimension Door, and you both travel behind the Triumvirate.
Yeah.
All right.
Sick highway to the danger zone. And I only had my aviators, but I don't allow it. And then as I get up there, then I tap on the shoulder and say, "You got this, buddy."
Step back.
Because that's all I can do.
All right. That is going to take us to Tarquin.
Wow. So
Slay the beast.
so slay. Bonus action. I'm gonna look at Damon, who's kind of laid up in trouble. 2d6 with the Aura of Vitality.
Ooh,
So you
nice.
heal 11 points of damage.
Ah,
All right. I see that you're a little laid up. I'm going to get within 5 feet of the bailiff.
Oh, not the Triumph.
Arguably both.
Yeah. So if that's possible, touch both.
Well, he closed in on the bailiff, but he would be out of range of the Triumvirate, if I'm mistaken. Can't see that well.
Can I be at diagonal of the bailiff? Touching Triumvirate. No big.
If it pleases the court.
Yeah. That'll do.
All right. You're in 5 feet of either of both of them.
All right. So I'm gonna make first attack at the bailiff. It is piercing, but it's also fire.
18's the number to meet or beat.
16 plus we still have that +1 to attack. 17 plus 11, so 20.
Maybe it hits. Yeah.
That might do it.
I'm gonna do a second level smite to that. And I'm ignoring the piercing damage, I'm assuming.
Ignore the piercing damage, do the fire damage.
Okay,
Do
so
the smite.
fire and holy.
It's holy damage?
Divine. Or
Yes,
something.
double it.
Double. Oh, well, I rolled double 8s on that first. Piercer feat, reroll that. So it's 7 piercing.
Damage.
So far, 7 fire. 7 fire.
7 fire. There's regular fire.
18, just regular fire.
So 7 damage on the fire, and how much on the smite?
18 on the first, and then I got to double it, right?
So that's going to be 36 plus the 7.
Nice. Yeah.
So that is going to be 43.
Sick.
And he explodes.
It sashayed away.
Yeah.
It's the armor goes flying away, it just basically disintegrates into nothing.
And then I'm going to spin around, second attack at the judge.
Right.
Do it. 18.
18 would hit. Not immune to piercing, so piercing would do damage.
Piercing. All right. So that's going to be 11 fire, and that's going to be 11 piercing.
22.
Let's just confirm. Is that with the +1s from the Reverend?
It is not. So
Plus 1 more.
plus 1 more piercing.
We're done with the music marks.
All right. You strike the Triumvirate with the spear, and it enters one side and pierces out the other side. Yes. And you pull it back through, and you can see that you caused a wound, that this nasty fluid is dripping out of it. It's this glowing bluish fluid. And the Triumvirate seems most upset for the fact that you just put this hole in its robes. All right. Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
Not right now.
All right. That's going to bring us up to Skeech.
Seeing the bailiffs just rushing towards Yip Yip, who I will reiterate is a small innocent child, I am going to just rush the bailiff that's directly down the line, the one that Sky is not with. Yeah, and I'm pulling out a bomb that I have not used before. This one actually has the symbol of the one god on it, and I'm going to just try to slam it into the side of him.
Holy hand.
It's a holy hand.
Really a holy hand.
And I'll probably miss with that first one at a 10, but I will swing again with my bonus action.
Does it have a radius?
I'm holding it. I'm sorry. And when I used this is the object interaction. I'm priming it. I'm putting 3 of my reagent dice into this. So that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 would strike.
Is this a celestial fiend or undead?
It is undead.
Okay, so my dice change from d10s to d12s, and I'm putting 3 more of them into it. As I'm going to
play.
Yeah. He's not sliding.
And again, does this have a radius?
That was a really bad.
it is going to have a radius of 10 feet, which I'm caught in, and
It would be within both of them would be within the radius of the explosion then?
so then the other one has to make a dexterity saving throw because I'm choosing myself as the thing not to get hit.
Smart.
So
Am
that
I within range of that?
So it'd be
shouldn't be.
What's the save on that?
Save is 17.
17. All right. So the other one saves.
Okay, it will take no damage.
Okay. So the one that you slammed.
So it's going to be 27 damage.
27
And-
damage. That's holy.
Yeah, and I'm using my Fury of the Small feature and adding an additional 9 to it, as I'm going to say, get away from her.
So that is 36, which is double to 72 points of damage.
I think
And
dead.
it's gone. It says bright light bathed it. It just simply is gone when the light fades, like it was never there. All right. Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
That burned up everything but my reactions.
I'm up on the platform there going,
I'm feeling like dazed and blinded because I don't have my goggles.
All right. The Triumvirate, it's its turn. It shouts bailiffs, and all the bailiffs that have been destroyed re-enter the room. Door over there, right?
Yeah.
again, I have a lot of contempt for this court.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. And
For reals.
that is going to be the action at this point. Damon,
Sonic range.
that brings us over to you.
I'm like, thing
hallway of
death
bailiffs.
plus a shadow damage.
You activate the shadow damage.
Yeah.
All going to burn.
Everything.
21.
21 would certainly hit.
That's so wonderful for me.
What is it?
27 on the first one.
27 on the first one. Ouch.
Not done yet. Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't 27. Give me 1 second. It was 35 on the first one. Sorry, my bad.
Love it when the numbers.
All right.
It will having the
And the second one?
38.
38. All right. As Tarquin is removing his spear and creating that gash, you slip to the side, and your blades both find purchase there, and do some terrible damage to the Triumvirate, and its heads make this gasping sound. You can see the eyes kind of bulging a little bit. And any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
Nope, that's it.
All right. The bailiffs are all going to rush Vaughn.
Oh.
And close in on him. One, 2, and 3. And they're all going to try to strike Vaughn.
Oh no. Oh no.
One hit.
No.
Tell me, I do it one at a time, please. One attacker at a time.
One attacker at the time. So the first one that would hit beating your arm class is going to be a 24.
Yep, sure.
Okay. So
How much damage?
it's 20 each time. 17. That's going to be a 26. The other one misses.
Am I within? I'm not. Am I within 10 feet of Vaughn?
No, you're not.
All right.
So that's 40 points so far.
Beautiful. Awesome. So before, awesome. I love this for me. This is great. This is so great.
No.
Mm-hmm. And both miss on the last one. So at 100 points of damage, Vaughn drops to the floor, unconscious and bleeding out.
I had 4 temporary hit points. I am at 1 HP.
1 HP?
Oh, right. I remember that. He got 4 temporary HP.
We had 95.
My math's pretty good. You can check it. What do you have? I had 41 before the onslaught came through.
So the damage that they had done to you was 60 total points so far.
I thought it was just 40 coming in. Sorry.
No, because you took one hit before, then a double hit before.
Oh, sorry. I only heard you say 40. I'm down then.
Yeah. So you would be negative 1 hit point currently if you had the bonus.
Either way, I'm down. So
You like that hit to die.
when it comes to it.
And
No.
you get 1 round before we do anything terrible on that. They burned up all their attacks, and you will roll when it comes around to your turn, which is now.
I saw this me.
Oh no.
All right, go ahead and give me a death save, please.
Or deck save?
Death.
We could only wish. We could only wish. It's a success.
All right, there's 1 success for you.
You want to?
All right.
Paladin.
You guys if you want.
We're not getting
To it.
That moves us over to the Triumvirate.
That's acting.
I don't understand. Oh, this is.
So, its screeches at the damage that is taken from Tarquin.
It is.
And orders Tarquin out of the courtroom. Put Tarquin in the cell opposite where
No.
You just see a burned hole at the other side. I guess you see me.
Tarquin next to you, you're standing in a prison cell.
Tarquin is big, and Damon and I are little.
All right, and that taking care of its action. Yip, you are up.
Hi.
Guys, this isn't going like.
Oh boy.
I annihilated something.
So are all of the bailiffs on one side of Vaughn?
Yes.
I aim my fireball behind them.
Yeah.
So it hits them and not Vaughn.
I would rule that they would more than likely be shielding Vaughn from the blast on that.
Watch out, there's
Something funny.
All right.
Let me put it on a flat surface. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Like 2 2s and 1.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 35. And that's if they fail.
And that is a DC what?
17, dex save.
Dex save. Okay, natural 20 and 18 plus 1 is a 19.
That ticks it over and goes back to 1.
Yeah, it's not.
And a 15.
Yeah.
So 1 completely failed. And the other 2 save, so they take half damage?
Yes.
Okay. So the one that did not save is the one closest to the door. He would be taking the brunt of the damage. Just set him on the side there. He may be back. You never know. The other 2 take 17 points damage.
Yep.
All right. And they are severely cooked on one side of their bodies. Their armor's carbon scored and damaged tremendously.
And
Flip them over, get a sear on those.
where's Sky?
Sky is on the other side of the giant scary creature that is
Cool.
looking.
I'm I can is it bonus action? No. What's the action for disengage again?
It's an action.
Action.
Yep.
Thank. Yeah. Yip is going to then just run straight by the dude, no disengage, no anything. To
Opportunity attack.
Yep. Yeah, run to Sky.
You don't leave the threatened area.
It was my short Mary.
Okay.
Safety donut.
All
To
right.
grab the little barrel thing.
Scurry around the bailiff. It is quite upset, and I'm sad I didn't realize that I actually had one more bailiff on the battlefield, so he could have taken.
Yeah.
All right, that was round.
Grabbing the little barrel off of Sky,
Mm-hmm.
and then using the rest of my movement to dart towards Vaughn. So now you can roll opportunity attack.
All right.
Interesting.
That's going to be a 19 without bonuses.
That hit.
Oh.
You take 20 points of damage.
That's fine.
And
I was
the
expecting
force
that.
propels you all the way.
It's like a third arm would be really useful in this situation.
All right. And that puts you close.
Just
You could.
so we can all be sure.
No, I want all of them, so I have
This is
6.
Baldur's Gate. You just huck it at him.
Heck yeah.
I want to be a centipede.
This isn't Baldur's Gate, though.
Yep. Unfortunately, you'd have to open his mouth and pour it in.
If only there was some
All right. That will bring us over to Anna.
things.
You hear behind you quite a bit of commotion. The fireball goes off. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna. Did I hear Vaughn go down? Like,
There's this wet thud sound. And Vaughn hits the ground. There is crimson all around him.
great. Okay, I'm turning back around, and I'm gonna go hit the. I'm gonna attack the bailiffs that are standing over him.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good. That's. All right. Yeah, and I'd love to position myself so I'm standing over Vaughn, if possible.
Yeah, and
Okay, great.
you're
Perfect.
about as close as you're gonna get.
Great. Tight. Okay, so force attack.
Is Vaughn now an object?
It's gonna be.
I have the answer to this. This no dead.
That would hit one of them.
Great.
Are you gonna do 2 attacks?
Yeah,
One
I'm
each?
doing 2 attacks. I'm just double checking my.
18 is the number to meet or beat.
Great.
So you pitch the first one.
And they're at least very beat up for you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be putting Knights and Thieves.
Okay.
And the next one is an 18 on the die plus a.
That would certainly hit. So you strike with both attacks.
And I'm gonna be putting 2 smites into each of them.
Roll damage. And the smite's holy.
Yes, they are.
Double the smite damage.
Oh no, that's dead to me. That's gone. Forever.
Down?
One dead. No.
Just gonna all whisper.
Okay. Rats. Okay, so for the first attack, not that's 5. 10. Oh, and then damage or double these guys. Okay. So for the straight damage, it's 10.
10.
Or it's actually 11. Thank you for the +1.
No more.
It's still.
Oh, no.
It's gone.
Oh, never mind.
He took it
so
back.
10. For that, and then
You can just roll the second one.
okay, yeah. Okay, sweet. And then that's gonna be a 17 for the second one.
All right. As your hammer strikes the first one,
Yeah.
the armor gives way and it kind of scatters it towards the other one. As it's doing so, it begins to disintegrate into nothingness.
Great.
And your hammer continues traveling and strikes the second one, just blasting through the first and then clean through the second one as you bring your hammer up and around, and both of them are gone.
Great. Okay. Can I not use my smites then?
Oh no, that was
Okay, fantastic.
when you're
All right.
all right. Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
Help me.
He's close with the potion now.
Yeah. Can I
You would have a free object interaction.
Great.
Which answers the question.
Yes. Yeah. Can I grab the potion from Yip Yip and
So what I'm kind of imagining is
Yeah.
that as you're swinging the hammer
Yeah.
with one hand and blasting through the other one, as Yip Yip's running up, she's kind of chucking the potion bottle at you. As it's kind of tumbling through the air, go ahead and make it a athletics check for me.
Okay.
Or acrobatics, your choice, whichever one you prefer.
Gotta win the Super Bowl.
Okay. That's a 26.
And it's
26.
rolled a 26.
Snagging the potion bottle out of the air, popping the cork, and you just basically slam it in Vaughn.
Punch him in the
New cooler at the cooler.
Yeah.
And we move on to Gendron. Gendron, what are you doing at this point?
Did you get the plates on those people?
You see, yes,
How does the Triumvirate look?
quite bad. Like, really jacked up right now.
I've sundered those runes. I think I'm gonna test. Can I fly up now?
How many feet can you travel?
40.
Let's move you 40 feet.
Oh, it's.
Join me. Join me in the Reverend. We're having a party up here.
Haunt this man.
And you are in contact with him?
What's a crater?
It should be the 4 plus 1.
Having sort of gone into the cavalry, protecting things, having been with final rest delayed, I think I'm sort of looking for
44 plus 4?
He's starting to look like actually, and I think he's gonna fly up to the face of this triumvirate. And have we established that the triumvirate is undead?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I know it's about
Well, no, unfortunately.
expected.
Healing.
Aha!
Except when it's undead, it's the opposite.
It's
So
14.
I'm going to fly right up to his faces, and I'm going to say, well, let's fight face to face to face to face. Look at his face.
Yes.
And no roll, like no attack roll, no damage roll. I'm going to use all my divine healing points and just straight up do 65 points of damage.
All right, let's go ahead
Wait, is that double?
and make an attack roll.
No, it's no attack roll. It just happens.
Chooses to heal it with power.
Yep, this is
All I
the
have to do is just touch it.
You have to touch it. That is correct. It's still going to resist you touching it.
overruled.
So I'm going to get the attack roll on
Like if it
that.
was a friend, you'd be like, "Oh."
The AC is 12.
Like,
So
That would be an 18.
I would say that would certainly beat the 12. And since you did 65, it's holy. You're healing. It doubles it, correct?
Yeah.
So that's one,
Yeah.
winning 130, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think
I should have stayed in the cell.
Sir Kindred coming in. New him.
All right, so Gendron.
That's fine.
You blast this thing with the healing energy, and it stops hovering and drops to the ground on its very weak, spindly feet and legs, and kind of collapses against the desk. And its heads are lolling about right now. It is looking absolutely terrible. And that pretty much should burn up your turn, correct? Any other actions, reactions, bonus actions?
Breathe on it.
That burns up my turn.
We just.
Not dead yet?
That moves us to the Triumvirate. The Triumvirate. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious.
It cries. That's its turn.
That is off my abilities there on that. That is terrible. He's going to pull in. Can't already burn that. Yikes. That is really not positive.
I think you just nuked him.
He has no action.
It's your legal defense. You could beg for
Echo
mercy.
Sky. It's up to you. What are you doing right now?
All right. Starting with Echo. He is in like his super speed through the bars.
Wait, the aura. You get 10 more.
Yes. Very fast. Is there a lock on the door to where Tarquin is where I could unlock the door for him?
If you do so, it'll take a turn for you to do that.
Like switching a lock?
The way to escape the cells takes a turn.
However, I do have a free object interaction with my third arm.
You will spend an entire turn getting him out of the cell. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You're right.
See.
I'm sorry, Tarkin. I've sat out too long. Speed. All right. I have 75 movement. I'm gonna see how far that gets me. I hear something coming down the door. Okay. I'll go ahead and dash then. So another 75, and I just want to run by all of the bad guys. Okay, I want to run by him. I don't know what's that?
See, went too fast.
And with my object interaction, do I see Damon? Where are you? Are you up there?
I'm up there.
All right, I'm gonna huck my keystone at you.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Where you are at that angle, you would not see Damon over the judge's stand.
I think. Didn't you see me go up there though before you got banished?
Throwing hope. I don't remember. You know, all I know. Okay, I'm gonna throw it at the guy then, at the judge. All right, throw it.
And you get up there. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
I remember a conversation where we were like, "Give it to Echo, it'll be safe."
And you beat a 12.
I have to beat a 12. Yes. Okay. Well, I definitely beat a 12.
Woo. Roll 1d4 damage.
Please.
The bucket.
This is what kills it. I'm probably still losing
3.
mine.
It had 2 hit points.
Wait. As he's throwing it, can I say, Echo now?
What?
Replaying the old guy
From the
Instinct kicks in.
from the cells, you all hear this just raging, rocketing kind of sound, and Echo smashes through one door, turns and burns down the hallway, literally, smashes through the second door. It was burning up the courtroom floor. He races towards the bailiff without even looking. He's just like, hark! The Triumvirate is leaning against this judge's stand, just gasping for air at this point. Like, oh, you can see it raising its hand to do something. It's like,
motion.
and the Triumvirate expires. But as it does so, before the keystone even hits the ground, the Triumvirate begins to shake and shimmy and break apart into these red, tiny little bits of energy, and into the keystone it sinks. And the keystone rolls to Damon's feet and stops. Triumvirate. Damon, you can see, looking down at it, the piece that was illuminated by Sir Gendron is now illuminated by the Triumph. Gendron, you can feel your hold on this world begin to slip. The bailiff immediately collapses into nothingness, and he is gone. Gendron, you have about 30 seconds left on this world. What would you like to say to your friends before you leave?
I'm gonna turn to first. I'm gonna turn to Anna and say, "Nice swinging."
Oh my god.
And then I'm going to turn to I'm going to turn to Sir Skeech. And I said, "You did a good job, Sir Skeech." I'm going to look at Reverend and Damon and Echo. I'm going to say, "All right, you need to protect your king and your friend." I'm going to turn to Yip and Tarquin and say,
Tarquin's not in the room.
"I'm in jail."
Tarquin's in jail.
He's a ghost, so he just kind of pops through.
Yeah, I see.
And then I'm going to get in close and whisper to the wall, so no one else can hear. I'm going to say, "Your Majesty, whatever it is in your head, whatever dark arts you're mingling with, make sure you're in control and not them. And if they don't serve you, drop it. Drop whatever can serve you."
Understood. Sir Gendron, understood.
And with that, Ginger begins to drift upwards, slowly breaking apart into those tiny little blue fireflies of light that you all saw. And as he's going, you can see a look of relief on his face, and he looks up very hopefully towards what he assumes the sky at that point, and Gingernan goes to his final resting place.
And just an echo on the wind. Long live Granitegard.
And with that, Gingernan has found his peace. Courtroom goes very quiet at this point. Appears to be very little left as far as the prosecutors, anything else like that. Nothing really left on that. The chest of drawers behind is completely incinerated and gone at this point.
I will point out it doesn't take. It doesn't continue to burn. It just takes an initial blast of damage, so it would hit that.
Now, the floor where the Triumvirate was standing, a trap door opens up with a stairwell leading down. Darkwing, you're back.
I come sprinting through the door. Where is he? Oh, okay. In the east now.
Yep.
Nice work.
You ran in here pretty fast, but you should have seen how fast Echo came in here.
Wow.
Anna, will you help me up?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I got you. Okay, that'll help. Yeah.
It's like limp noodles up.
Yeah.
I want you to know, Yip Yip's like pushing on the back to the best of her little weak ability to try to help.
Sorry I didn't lay you out, Tarquin, but I had to enact justice.
We're willing.
I can't believe that word.
It always works. We've done it twice.
I know where to ball.
Fine.
Oh, old man. And I say, hey, Vaughn, you look pretty rough. Take a sip this healing potion.
One of your proprietary bias.
Casting healing word. I'm doing it at 4th level. But you don't know that I'm doing it surreptitiously. And as you drink this potion, it tastes remarkably similar to bourbon whiskey.
It's real.
I'm gonna throw that back.
Oh.
Thanks for the healing, boss.
And as you drink it, I'll give you one crazy.
Yeah. I attempt to wink, and one of my eyes is like kind of like beginning to like seal shut with the eye.
So you'll get full beating point.
Wow.
Healing and you'll feel floaty.
Of note, I still have Aura of Vitality up for the next 8 rounds.
Mhm.
So for 8 rounds of bonus actions, I throw out 2d6. So
All right.
times 2d6. So to everyone, or just roll that, and you guys keep going if you want.
Let's go ahead and just roll 2d6 and 8 rounds of work. Just multiply it by 8 and then distribute the healing.
Times 8. So bunch.
64?
64?
Yeah,
Sure.
64.
All right.
And they-
Everybody gets mostly patched up. Let's go ahead and distribute those around. As you all are sitting there, again, Damon, Reverend, and no longer Sir Gendron, can look and see again that trapdoor leading down.
Did Damon grab the keystone?
Yeah.
Echo approach you. Did it go in?
Yep.
So does that mean we haven't gotten any further if it replaced Gendron on this? But at least he gets to rest now. Just
Yeah.
trying to keep track of it all.
We'll take the win on this one.
Yeah.
Speaking of winning, I think you could have a future plan for the Grand Guardians.
Well, that was my good arm or my bad arm.
Yeah.
It wasn't your arm.
I want to say.
We still need to get Maery.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing towards the door.
Look down at the. Did the Triumvirate like leave a body or?
There any of
Just
that
kinda-
blue goo?
Yeah,
There's nothing left.
Yeah.
It all went into the keystone.
I look down at the trap door. I'll be back. We gotta go get Maery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pointing towards the door at the back. I think that Malacyndus here.
Memory's more important than any piece of paper. I agree.
All right, you all charge towards the back of the courtroom.
As we're running, charging towards the back of the courtroom, I'm running and yelling to everyone, hey, make sure that Mary knows it was my idea. We should go safe and go down in the trapdoor.
Is the Zone of Truth still up?
No, all the effects within the room are gone.
Vaughn rolls and runs like 10 feet with the rest of the party as we're going to get there, and then sprints back to the trap door and just like finds the rest of like the rubble and debris and just like crams as much as possible in and around the trap door so it doesn't shut behind us and we can't come back to it.
The Reverend's already going down it though?
No. I was running
Okay.
go.
Clarifying on there. All right.
Yeah.
You all run towards the back of the courtroom and you grab the doors and you throw them open, and we will find out what happens next week. So do come back and join us on the Doomsday of Granitegard to see what's behind door number 1. We'll see you, and you have yourself a wonderful week.
There you go. More monsters.